hashtags are for the people that are still a little confused. Hashtags are a way to group ideas, concepts, or conversations. They make it easy for people to find others who are posting about topics they're interested in. By including the appropriate hashtags in your updates, you can effectively reach new people interested in your products. The key is to use hashtags that not only describe your photo and business, but are actively searched and used on Instagram. So my business, I included in the hashtag was social media. We're on Galiano, so I included Galiano, because when I go somewhere, the first thing I do is I go into the search bar and I put the name of the city in. And then I see all the conversations that are going on about that city. If you have family members that were in New York during the hurricane, you could hashtag Hurricane Sandy and watch the live on-the-ground conversation of what was going on. The earthquake in Hawaii, I had family up there. I just put that in and automatically I could follow anyone that was saying what was going on up there at that time. So it is rapid fire instant news. That's what it's known for. And it has taken the news industry by storm. That is a very popular means that are using Twitter is the news. Now here's an example of the Ford Motor Company that's not very good on Twitter or on Instagram. They have 374,000 people following them, and they're following 907. So how does that make you feel? Right? You're supporting them and you love their product, and they don't care about you. Quite a message.
But I don't like getting a whole bunch of pictures of uninteresting things on my Instagram. I'm sorry. I look at it because, oh, that's cool. Like I got 17 people I follow because I just knocked off all the ones that were repetitive and boring and just
But that's a huge company.
Why wouldn't they just hire someone to manage that for them and have?
They do.
That's all they. That's
They do have someone.
So it is important that I follow people.
Well, like I said to Debbie, before I follow anyone, I click on them, I look at who they are, and I don't follow everyone. Are they a potential client?
Okay, just everyone in here, don't be offended, okay, if I don't follow you. I'll follow you on
which one
Facebook.
are you? Because Atravita follows me. So who's Atravita?
That's Jody.
Okay.
So here's a little bit of tips for your social media success. You need to increase your time commitment. The only way you're going to learn is to fall down, make some mistakes. If you just keep pushing it off and pushing it off, it's not how you learn, right? You need to learn to create engaging content. So before you hit post, ask yourself if it's worthy for Facebook or Instagram. You can watch and build relationships with your followers by paying attention when they talk to you. You can watch for the indexation of your content. So that's the more that you, and I'm sorry I didn't talk to you about this and I'm going to, if you can listen. The more that you create content on your social media and on your website, the easier it will be for people to find you. So I did tell you that Google was now indexing Facebook and Twitter. Google is a very important component to your business. And I told you this last time I was here, that you have to create a Google footprint today. Google's the #1 search website in the world. You want to be found on Google. Start with your Google reviews. Send an email to clients that have used your products and service and ask them to give you a review. When people check in, ask them to give you a review on Facebook. You know those stars that you see on people on Facebook? That's because people have given them reviews. When you send someone an email to ask for a Google review, give them the link to give you the review. Don't ask people to do something and then make it hard for them, because most people are really computer challenged. If all I have to do is click a link, it takes me and I fill out the review, it's done.
How do you get
What's a
it?
Google review? Like, rely.
Google reviews are people that have used your products and service and they're talking about you.
What do? They just.
So let me start by the very first thing. You want to create a Google footprint. Therefore, you have to start with a Gmail account. When you have a Gmail account, you have to create a Google account. Your Google account is your Google presence. You don't have to be using Google+. The other thing that you have to try is Google Alerts. Google Alerts is a reputation management system. Who has Google Alerts? Excellent, excellent. There you go, right? Google Alerts tells you by email if someone is speaking good about you, bad about you, or speaking about you. It takes the article where your name was mentioned and it emails it to you. Now you can't do anything about it, but you can thank the person or speak to them if it's a negative. You can have a Google alert about anything, including your competition. So there's another way of increasing your Google footprint. Then you can set yourself up on Google's business to be the local in this area for whatever your product or services are. So I will give, did I not give you that, Henny? A Google footprint map?
That was sent to all of our participants in their homework as an attachment.
Oh, good. Okay, so it's in there just so you don't have to take notes. And it's how you increase your Google awareness and your searchability on Google. Now, to tell you the truth, it might take you a couple of hours and you're done. You don't ever have to touch it again, right?
Sorry, I'm a little bit tired now.
I know. And you're just like, nothing
A little bit too hard, but I just, okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
What is it, you only have to do once?
Set up your Google stuff. Right? Google reviews, I would send them every time someone leaves my establishment. It's the same as TripAdvisor, right? It's the same thing. Set reachable goals. Have a budget for your reach. That means in order for you to get further, you have to put money behind it. Get exclusive offers to your followers. Don't be rude, which means talk and respond to people. You must keep building your audience. That's kind of the second thing, increase your commitment, I guess. And as Pablo Picasso is credited for saying, good artists copy and great artists steal. When you see something tremendous, figure out a way to recreate it using your own brands without plagiarizing, of course. Now here's a good one, and you guys are doing this right now. Be local. You have clients possibly all around the world that you've never met, but consider neighbors in your own town who don't know how to find, well in this case, a good travel consultant. That was from yesterday. You don't have to open an agency on Main Street, but hosting an event or at your library or wine tasting is a great way to expand your business. Maybe, I guess that's a Chamber of Commerce thing. Do you guys do joint meetings with the other islands?
Not really, not as old chambers.
We have moats. We have moats between us.
It's awkward.
It's a bit more challenging.
Yeah.
Going back and forth. Reasonably awkward.
That's a lot of information. It's a big day, because usually your brain can only absorb as much as your butt can endure. And it is, can you believe it? 4 o'clock. You guys were very good. A lot of what I'm working with lately are people that aren't familiar with their computer, that don't use social media, and thought it would go away, so it's really a lot of work. You guys have not been a lot of work at all. I really am happy for you. Try to help each other. If you have anything you want help with from me, you can just ask me. You can go to my business page and write it on my wall. I create videos for all kinds of stuff, and I'd be happy to help you at no charge. You just have to ask for help.
Heather,
Yes.
Kind mentioned that there's a few people here that haven't even really experimented with Facebook, for example. And there's quite a few of us here who use it all the time. And she said, you know, we could have a little Facebook lunch or have a coffee at Grand Central, and a few people that just want a little bit of help, like hands-on on a Wednesday morning or something. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I
And
thought
I'm
we could
really willing to host it, and anyone could come, even a friend that doesn't have a business, just so it helps other people learn how to not be in the dark
I was
ages.
thinking someplace you could have a drop-in, could do it a couple times at Grand Central, a couple times at the pub, a couple times wherever. Just drop in, whoever wants to come comes, and then we can just share ideas and support.
learn how.
And all the rest.
Who's Vinny Galiano?
Who's what?
Vinny Galiano.
Oh, he follows me.
He follows me.
Follows me too.
He just has the name Galiano, and he follows anything that Galiano is.
That's really nice.
I think